I want to start looking into the legality of, like, if I read the Witcher books or something like that, because I definitely feel like it's not allowed. But there's been a lot of legal questions recently that I've started to question, like, what is actually fair use and what isn't. And that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit today, because I thought maybe you guys know. It's a very confusing law to me, and I'll explain why. But, you know, because I got a copyright claim. Basically, the reason the Witcher 2 part, it was actually meant to come out with the previous video, but I couldn't put it out because it got a copyright claim. And I was like, I've uploaded The Witcher 2 on my main channel years ago, I've uploaded it on the other channel, why has this got a copyright claim? So I'd love to show you, briefly, what they are actually claiming. So I'm going to put this over here. Look at this. So if I go, because it actually tells me what they're claiming, which is really interesting. And I deleted it. Sorry, because I fixed the claim, basically, is what I'm trying to say, so I can get the part out. I deleted it, annoyingly. I think I posted it on Twitter, you know? I did actually post it on Twitter, so I've still got it. But this is what they're claiming. But what's insane is, like, the person who's claiming it, like... Oh, it's insane. Let me show you. The person who's claiming it, I don't know if it's a person or a company on their behalf, they don't own it. Definitely they don't own it. They've sampled this sample from The Witcher 2, which I don't know if they also sampled it from someone else, and that 2-second, not even that, like half a second little clip, they have claimed the entire video based on this, like, little clip, right? And I was like, how is that legal? Yeah, so anyway, I disputed this claim, and it's now been 4 days, and they just ignore it. So the only thing that can happen is either I release the video, and then maybe on the final day they actually don't let me dispute the claim, and then I would have to get a lawyer or something, which is insane. Or what I did is I delete the video, re-upload it, and hope the claim doesn't happen. That's what I did eventually. But I was waiting like 5 days, they didn't do it, and I thought, look, I've just got to like try and fix this. So this song, with 6,000 views 3 months ago, for some reason, that sounds like a fake claim for sure. I've not seen it particularly someone else. Yeah, and it'd be impossible to do anything. Well, exactly. So the YouTube system, which to me, and I complained about it on Twitter, and then YouTube got back at me and was like, oh, you know, we have a system where you can dispute the claim and then wait 30 days. And I was like, yeah, but why are they allowed to do that without giving you any evidence? So they're allowed to issue a claim with zero evidence that can lock my video for 30 days, and then they can wait 30 days for as long as they, you know, for my claim, and then still deny it, and then basically YouTube are like, yeah, you have to now do a legal proceeding. And I'm like, why is it not, if they want to make a claim, they have to provide evidence? And I thought, is it a legal thing? Like, YouTube have to allow anyone to be able to claim anything and block the revenue from the video. So they're allowed to claim my video, lock it for 30 days with no evidence, and the only open, like, avenue for me is to dispute it, and then for them, not YouTube, them to decide whether or not to release the claim. And I think if they release the claim, then it's fine. If they don't release the claim, I would have to get a lawyer. And I'm just like, obviously, any human looks at this, they know it's fake. So listen to this. So I'll show you what they're claiming. So let me play a bit of The Witcher. Actually, let me open up The Witcher 2 part first. It's not claimed now because I deleted the original. I had to re-upload the whole thing to stop it being claimed. And also, it's going to be limited monetization because I am not removing nudity anymore. I think we need it in the game for it to be, like, more Witcher, you know, more interesting. So it's this part. If I get to the beginning of it's this part. So this is the Witcher 2 part. It's uploaded to the Witcher George channel so far, but it's on private. So here we go. So listen to this, right? You'll see what I mean. So it's not this part yet. This part. This voice has been claimed, right? But I heard Markiplier complaining about this some time ago. He said it was kind of okay for him because he had, like, someone at YouTube assigned to him because he's a big creator, but even he said he had a hard time fighting on his behalf, and obviously the majority of people don't even have that. So, no, you're right, yeah. Sorry for writing your book, just the whole system is an absolute joke if you're really... It's a joke. The fact that so anyway, I'll get into that, but so you heard that, right? So this song with 6,000 views by a guy with 28,000 subscribers, with like 3 comments on his video, whoever owns this song is able to claim my entire video for that little bit, and this is why. In fact, that's as much as I'm playing, because otherwise I'm also going to get this video claimed, I imagine, even though that is ripped directly from The Witcher 2. Like, this isn't even a song. Unless The Witcher 2 got it from this came out 3 months ago and came out apparently released 2025 May 14th. So I don't know if this is the sample they took or whatever it is, but regardless of anything, it shouldn't be an issue, right? So anyway, very weird thing. Yeah, so they claimed it because they say I stole or whatever, or they say, you know, it's an. By the way, I 100% know how it works. It's an automated bot that whichever company this is attached to, it could be like Warner Brothers Music or Universal Music. They have it scouring YouTube, and anything that they have in their system that ticks up on YouTube, they just insta claim, which should also be bullshit, by the way. But I get there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that is like illegal and it should be automatically claimed, etc. But I think that like, the fact you can have a bot claim something and then withhold like small creators kind of revenue, etc. for like a certain period is just ridiculous to me. You're like, it's all right in the sense that like, okay, if they claim my revenue, it would then lock it for 30 days. I'd still get the revenue built up, but then if they dispute my claim and say, actually, no, we believe we own it and we have no evidence for this, we're just saying it. If any human looked at it, they'd obviously know it's a complete lie, but that doesn't matter because we're claiming it. You know, then you can't do anything. You know, which is insane to me that is the system. And YouTube's response was like, so I have it on here. So this is my tweet. It wants me to promote. I don't want to do that. So here to help. We take misuse of our copyright tools very seriously. No, you don't. And strong action when we find abuse, terminating channels, kicking companies out of content ID. If you think the content ID limit is okay. So I did all that. And then someone actually replied, and I never saw this because for some reason it was completely hidden. I'm guessing it's ad or something. So then I was like, thank you, I've submitted a dispute, but these claims should not be so easily made. The ability to claim any video without providing any substantial evidence is unfair. Then YouTube was like, the dispute process is designed to allow you to challenge the claimant. It's designed to allow... Yeah, it's designed to allow me to challenge them, but it's also designed to let them claim anything whenever they want without any evidence and hold it for 30 days, which is an insane... There must be laws around it. Like, you know, that like for some reason that's what YouTube have to do. I know that they're in a difficult position too, but I just, whatever, if this is a law thing, I think this needs to go to like governmental level of like, this is just such obvious like bullshit. In a world where book authors lost a copyright court case against an AI company using, and I quote, pirated book copies to train the AI, I highly doubt YouTube, Google give a fuck about grades. Yeah, I mean, that is insane. That's another thing, like AI just basically like, you're right, like it scours stuff from the internet, takes videos, takes images, etc. with basically like, and it's known that this data is essentially stolen. And for some reason, that's completely fine. But I have a YouTube video playing a game from like, how long is it now? It must be like 10, 30, no, longer than 10 years ago. What am I talking about? I guess maybe like 15, almost 15 years ago. And that is... That's okay, you know, anyway, just blowing off steam. But anyway, so that's my issue with it recently, right? But there's even more. So I was thinking about copyright recently because, you know, there are a lot of these people on YouTube, you see it all the time, and I don't, by the way, look, I know it's transformative, etc., but there's levels to it. You know, people that like react to videos. Like I've watched a few trailers on here, but I mean like, for example, you have like people that watch creators' videos and they watch like the entire thing and they're just sat the whole time just doing nothing and watching the whole thing and then it finishes. And then they're allowed to upload that and that's considered transformative. And I'm like, I wonder how it's transformative because sometimes people watch it, they pause, they talk, they pause, they talk, etc., right? So all of that, okay, I'm not going to get into that issue because that's a very complicated issue. But my confusion was this. So why are they allowed to do that? But then if I want to use 5 seconds of a song, I can get copyright claimed. But if someone watches the entirety of a YouTube video or whatever it is, that's fine for some reason? Like, I don't really understand why, because, like, you know, for example, here's a great example, right? So someone can basically, theoretically, go on my YouTube channel with The Witcher stuff, they can watch my entire video, they can react to it and put it up, and then they can essentially siphon views from that. And of course, they're providing their own commentary, etc., but it's like without a doubt that a lot of the time, unless you're a very small creator, that will have a sort of adverse effect on the original video. Sometimes, you know, and of course they add something to it, etc., but it does have an adverse effect, right? But then you think about the fact that, like, so if I want to watch the entire Lord of the Rings movies, because it's essentially the same thing, right? It's a video file, it's a single a produced piece of content. One takes a lot longer, of course, the movie. But if I want to watch the whole movie on Twitch, for example, and then I pause constantly till I give commentary, like, for some reason, that would be copyright content. If I played 5 seconds of the song from Lord of the Rings, the songs, that is immediately copyright. But for some reason, people are allowed to watch like full-on YouTube videos and barely pause it sometimes. I've seen videos of people pause it and they go and have a pee, or they don't even pause it, they play it and go and have a pee and come back. For some reason, that's okay. But watching like a movie you like, or reading a book, like the Witcher books and stuff, like that is for some reason not considered transformative enough. I'm guessing it's because big companies essentially are allowed to sue and they're easily able to sue. But like, if you watch the entire Lord of the Rings film and you're pausing it constantly and providing commentary, is that not transformative? You know what I mean? Like, is that not exactly the same argument you would have for anyone that watches anything on YouTube and stuff? Like, that's some people's entire channels. Very much not. Yeah. So it would be funny if you got direct approval to use the music from the Witcher games from the studios to not copyright you. Well, the thing is, even if I did get direct approval, which essentially you have, because the CD Projekt Red have said you can use anything from our games to make videos, and we will have no issue with it. So it's sort of, it's not direct, but it's approval, isn't it? But they're still allowed to claim it. They need to hire actual humans to review them, but of course they won't, or only the... Yeah. They need to... It's a crazy thing.